Today, we are going on a bit of a treasure hunt. But instead of gold, we're looking for something, well, almost as valuable, a tech internship. And our map? It's this absolutely massive, user-generated list for summer 2026. And trust me, it is hiding some incredible secrets. So, let's dig in, shall we? So, let me ask you this. You're thinking about a summer 2026 internship, right? You're probably thinking, hey, that's ages away. I've got plenty of time. Well, think again. What if I told you the starting gun for that race actually fired months ago? Seriously, let's look at the evidence. Okay, so our main piece of evidence is this, a list of summer 2026 internships hosted on GitHub. And look, this isn't just some random web page somebody threw together. This is a massive collaborative resource with, get this, over 7,400 stars. Now, if you're not on GitHub, a star is basically a badge of honor. Getting that many is like getting a 5-star review from thousands of the smartest people in the room. It's a big deal. And the folks who run this, Vansh and Akka, had a really simple but powerful mission. They wanted to create one central place for students to share and keep track of all the different kinds of tech internships out there. You know, software, tech, CS, PM, even quant roles. It's all about community, really, trying to make one of the most stressful parts of starting a tech career just a little bit easier for everyone. So yeah, calling it just a list doesn't do it justice. It's really an internship goldmine. It's packed with clues about who's hiring, for what roles, where they are, and this is the big one, when. Let's start digging. All right, before we jump into the really juicy insights, we've got to learn how to read the map. Think of it like a secret code. There are these little symbols in the list, and you absolutely need to know what they mean. So if you look at a sample here, it seems pretty straightforward, right? You've got the company, the role, the location, and when it was posted. All good stuff. But the real secrets? They're hiding in plain sight in those little emoji-like symbols. Let's decode them. Okay, first up is this little passport symbol. If you see this, it means one thing. The company does not offer visa sponsorship for that role. Now, for any international students watching, this is an absolutely critical piece of information. It's a filter that can literally save you hours and hours of wasted application time. Next, we've got the American flag. This one is even stricter than the sponsorship one. It means the job requires U.S. citizenship, full stop. You'll often see this for roles tied to government contracts or things that need a security clearance. And believe me, it is a non-negotiable, hard requirement. And finally, the dreaded lock symbol. This one is a brutal reminder of just how fast tech recruiting moves. If you see the lock, it means the application window has already slammed shut. You missed it. You were too late. It's a tough lesson, but it really hammers home that timing is everything. Okay, now that we can read the code, let's use the date posted column to uncover our first huge insight. We're talking about the recruiting timeline, and I'm going to warn you, what we find might actually shock you a little bit. So, the big question is, when do companies really start hiring for these summer 2026 internships? Like, when do you need to have your resume polished and ready to go? The data gives us a crystal clear answer. Okay, brace yourself for this. The very first job postings for summer 2026 went live in May of 2024. Yes, you heard me right. That's more than 2 years in advance. It's wild. By August of 2024, the big players, Google, Amazon, they were already in the game. The biggest takeaway here is that peak recruiting season hits in the fall, a full year and a half before the internship even starts. So if you're not ready by then, you're already playing catch up. All right, we've cracked the when. The next clue we need to follow is the where. Where are all of these amazing opportunities actually located? Is Silicon Valley still the one and only place to be, or has the map of opportunity totally changed? And this chart really tells the story. The San Francisco Bay Area is, no surprise, still a huge hub. But look at this. Remote work is right up there with it, just as dominant. And that, my friends, is a game changer. It means you can access these incredible top-tier opportunities no matter where you live. And of course, New York City is still a major powerhouse on the scene as well. Okay, so we've got when to apply and where to look. The final piece of our puzzle is the what. What kinds of roles are these companies actually hiring for? So, the classic software engineer intern role, or SWE as you'll see it called, is still king. It's the most common by far. But the real story here is the explosion of specialized roles. I mean, we are seeing an absolutely massive demand for AI and machine learning interns, which just shows you where the entire industry is heading. Data science and product management, or PM, are also super hot right now. And hey, for anyone who's a math whiz, these quant roles in the finance world, they are some of the highest paying internships you can possibly get. Let's circle back to those little symbols for a second, because I really can't stress this enough. They are absolutely critical to building your application strategy. Ignoring this fine print about sponsorship and citizenship, well, that's a huge mistake you just can't afford to make with your time. So you've got two clear buckets here. On one side, you have the huge global tech giants. The Googles, the Metas, the Microsofts. They need talent from all over the world, so they almost always offer visa sponsorship. But then you've got the other side, the companies with that passport symbol, like a T-Mobile or an ADT. For them, it's a hard no on sponsorship. If you need a visa, applying to those is just a waste of everyone's time, especially yours. So what's the big takeaway from all this? Simple. You have to be ruthless. Use this legend to filter that list down and build a targeted plan of attack. Focus your time, your energy, your effort only on the jobs where you are actually eligible. It's all about working smarter, not just harder. All right, let's boil this all down into your personal action plan. Super simple. Number 1, start now. Seriously, the 2026 cycle is already moving fast. 2, decode the list. Get to know those symbols so you can filter like a pro. 3, target your search. Zero in on the right roles and the right locations for you. And finally, number 4, contribute back. Remember, this is a community effort. If you find a new listing that isn't on there, add it. Help the next person out. Look, at the end of the day, this GitHub page is so much more than a list of jobs. It's a map. It's a treasure map filled with data, clues, and incredible opportunities. It literally gives you the power to chart your own course. So the only real question left is, where are you going to explore first?